It's time.
The champ is here. That's right. Week 1 of the champ. That would be me, and it feels good. I can't wait to get into what the loser gets, though. Huh?
Shitty shot.
Shitty shot. We need a shitty shot button. Thank you. Should we do a little recap first, or we just lead off with it?
No, let's just
do the recap first. Get it over with.
Okay.
I mean, the recap leads into the shitty
yeah,
shot. So
you're right.
That's fair.
All right. I'm gonna start with a little week 9 of college football. Let's start with Ole Miss Auburn, boys. Did not go well for our picks. I was shocked at how bad Ole Miss looked, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn,
They couldn't stop them.
I don't get it. Auburn hadn't impressed me that much until that game. And then all of a sudden, Ole Miss, who I thought was easily a top 10 team, did not look the part.
No, they shut them down.
But they got really, I mean, they were top 3 receivers were injured during that game.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So when it came down to mattering, it didn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't matter. Is basically what it came
couldn't make the
They
difference.
mattered less.
Well, you start when you're watching, you're like, okay, they can't throw the ball to anyone. That's the only way they're getting back in this game,
And there's
and
no
it
one to
was
throw to.
too late. So I just
Yeah.
feel like that actually played a huge role in the outcome of that game.
Yeah. Anything from J&J?
No.
No, not at all. No. Well, J&J and I hit the under though. At least we didn't get skunked by this game, so makes us feel a little better.
We do have that button.
This button.
We do have that button.
It's the green button. Don't do it yourself. Push the green button.
But I was better than the sound.
But I was better than this.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
touch the
true.
button. I'm gonna touch
That's
the
true.
button. Touch the button. Touch the button.
So next, Penn State, Ohio State.
I mean, crushed. Personally crushed.
I thought Ohio State was going to absolutely blow Penn State out. Like, I thought this was going to be a game where Penn State just...
Why'd you think that?
Yeah, we asked that last week too.
You asked last week because ever since that Oregon game, Ohio State has been killing people. Like, these games, granted, they're not Penn State's, but these games aren't close. They're still scoring.
What question I was going to ask? That's why I love them.
But Penn State, even though, I mean, Penn State's playing games close, they don't score a lot of points typically.
They play defense.
And they play defense.
Which is
I
why.
mean, they still lost the game.
Which
So
is
really,
why-
their defense isn't.
But that's why the under and the spread would hit for sure because of that.
No, you guys nailed it.
Yeah.
And in your breakdown, you did. I mean, I was with Ryan, but I was on the wounded dog effect of Penn State just not being there for the rest of the season. Basically, lost 2 games in a row and just not going to be there, and that just didn't happen. So
No, it didn't. Did not. But so for college, we got Michigan State for the game of the week.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Man, it was.
That was a fun game, and ever since that, we started talking about Michigan State and their running game against Miami. That week was like the week that put Michigan State over the hump for me a little bit. I was like, okay, Miami early in the year, Miami wasn't looking very good, but it's still a big win for Michigan State at that point.
Yeah.
And they haven't looked back.
No. Got skunked on this one. The turning point in this game when I knew actually Michigan was probably going to end up losing it or it was going to be really tight was when they were up, I think it was 10-0, maybe 17-0, something around there. And they threw a wheel route that was wide open and their running back dropped it.
Yep.
That changed the game. It gave Michigan State the ability to go, okay, we can breathe now, and we're still in this. If not, this turns into blowout territory.
yeah, but they got down 16 again because I live bet Michigan State to win. And nailed it. So
That had to be a decent little payout.
It was my one win of the weekend. Unfortunately, there were way more losses.
I did not come out of it.
So
Yeah, that was a rough week. But honestly, I wasn't even necessarily completely convinced that Michigan was going to win that game beforehand. I still picked them in the money line, but that was like my one question mark of this game was, can Michigan State still like really pull this game out? I know they can keep it close, but can they pull the game out? And clearly that happened.
I'm telling you, it's because they were able to stick to their game plan because they were not down big early.
Right.
And that changed it. And as soon as that happened, I was like, well, this is what's going to happen. They're going to ground. And if they can run the ball and they broke a couple, I was like, yeah, Michigan's in trouble.
Yeah.
They're in trouble.
well, and they have Harbaugh.
And they have Harbaugh.
the anti-closer.
And then they also did a fake.
The anti-closer.
They also tried a fake punt when they were up like 9, because that's
which
analytics.
kind of speaks to the Harbaugh thing.
Yeah, no,
like
exactly
desperation
does. Yeah,
of
it does.
so.
You played against him, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was a redshirt freshman.
Josh Johnson?
Was out. Josh Johnson's still in the league, I think.
He's definitely floated around. I don't know
lot.
if he's currently on a roster or not, but
Look
like
that up. He was.
they were good.
While you look that up, I'll kind of wrap college football up because we need to get into NFL. Cole's drink is empty right now, so we need to get into the NFL a little bit quicker.
Thank you.
He's
Move us along.
He's on the Jets.
Oh, yikes. But overall this week in college football, we did
Sorry, Josh.
very poor. Very poor. We were 36% overall. Nobody went above 50%.
You didn't really help the team there.
Oh, no.
With your 2 wins.
Nobody helped to the team.
I mean, we were almost 500. I mean, 4 and 5 is not terrible.
I said nobody was over 50%.
Correct, but you didn't.
I mean, I definitely didn't help, but
moving on.
Thank you.
NFL Week 8.
NFL Week 8.
Panthers, Falcons. Still rocking the
Something
shirt.
I
Nailed the under, guys. We nailed the under.
under.
We are good.
Something we should talk about, and we tweeted from Goon Squad, was the mental health piece of this, and how important it is. And Lane Johnson did a whole piece, and I thought that was amazing, by the way. And then to have Calvin Ridley before the game say he's out indefinitely,
Yep.
because mentally you're not there. And I think it's very strong and very impressive of these men to do that, because in football we're taught, and in wrestling, you fight through everything. Rub some dirt on it, get through it.
Yeah, and for him to be, like, he's young, too. Calvin Ridley's a young dude. It's not like he's some savvy vet that's been in the league for years and he's had, people around him influencing him or mentoring him and saying, hey, it's okay to do this. He made that decision at a very young age, and that speaks volumes to his character and what this is truly going to in his mind.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's probably pretty dangerous if you're a receiver in the NFL and you're not mentally there. Could literally get you killed.
True.
Going across the middle. So,
Yep.
But no, man, the Falcons is not. I mean, it just didn't make sense. We were talking about this off camera of, like, they have the better players, but they didn't have enough depth to overcome the fact that the Panthers just ran down our throat. I mean, Darnold didn't look that great. He ran quite a bit, but it was kind of like meh. And the thing that turned the tide for me was late third quarter, early fourth, wheel route and third down, and Pitts drops the ball. Pitts hadn't had a drop since 2019 when he was in college. And then our solid kicker, I believe is the best kicker in the league, missed a 45-yarder, his first miss of the year, went later and hit a 52-yarder. So that swung the game and screwed up the points, and then we're just battling from behind. And Matt Ryan's hands look like a gory mess through most of the game too. So, I mean, I'm still hopeful. I think they'll get 7 to 9 wins still. But that was ugly. That was ugly.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You want to go to James first?
Yeah. No, Giants Chiefs.
Yeah, James isn't going to have much to say about this game, so let's go.
Thank you. You can go, Ryan.
What was the first thing was Daniel Jones.
That's because he started the game and threw a pick. Immediately. And I texted you guys and I said, here we go.
He's your favorite player.
I hate him. I still don't know.
Loathe him entirely.
I don't know why the Giants drafted him. And it's just like we said, the Chiefs are not.
They're not good.
They're not good right now, and that's why I said that I think the Giants would cover. They're both bad teams right now. So when two bad teams collide, that's what happens.
In the under.
Right?
I don't know. Cole, why'd you go with the over on this one again?
They're two bad teams.
So I had the same premise for my Kansas City pick as that I did for my Ohio State pick.
Got it. Fair.
And
That's fair.
neither one of those
And
was successful.
now my premise
the over
changes.
on this at 52 and a half, like when it came out when we were talking about this, that's a lot of points for two
Bad
poor teams.
Right.
But you talked about it earlier. You don't know when the Chiefs are going to go off and have 40 points on offense.
I thought Tariq was going to have like 800 yards receiving last night and 100 catches the way he was going.
I mean, he had a
he
ton
started
of
well.
He still
a ton of catches.
still had a ton of catches.
Started
He just didn't
well.
have a ton of
A
yards.
ton of catches.
And he got that tutty, so I mean, still a solid night. Kelsey's the one for them. That
What was going on with him?
2 catches and he fumbles on the
I
one,
had-
just trying
I
to
had
force
his
it.
Same game parlay with him 25+ yards.
So did I.
I'm like, that's
Only
a lock.
only
Did
one.
it again.
You did it again. 2 weeks in a row, he did it again.
I had it 25+ yards, and I thought that was a lock.
This is the only thing that missed for one of mine.
Right. You would think Travis Kelce can get 25 yards against the Giants.
I mean, he was open enough to get 25 yards.
He wasn't even in the game that much to get 25 yards.
Yeah,
I didn't understand that.
But that's usually 2 catches for him, let's be honest.
Right.
Chiefs look bad.
So right, and
Right.
that's why what happened. Chiefs they're not good, and 2 bad teams just collided.
Cowboys, Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man,
They didn't even need Dak.
we took Red Rocket Jr., Cooper Rush, into Minneapolis, into that fancy new stadium of yours, got our left tackle hurt during the game, and still came out with a victory thanks to some timely throws and a defense that just made plays all game, tackled well, and did not let Dalvin Cook go off. Gritty win for the Cowboys, which I couldn't tell you the last time.
Ironic he uses the word gritty in here.
Couldn't tell you the last time I could say that for the Cowboys.
So
I mean, that's a fantastic win, and I don't even know if Dak needs to play this week.
I don't necessarily disagree there.
He doesn't.
But
Like,
so you made a good point, especially talking about their defense. So for me, being a Vikings fan and seeing Cooper Rush come in and do that, it kind of brings me back. 2017 Vikings make the NFC Championship with Case Keenum, a backup quarterback comes in. They had a great defense. They just won games.
Yeah.
They just gritted out games, just like you said. So I think the Cowboys maybe aren't getting as much credit as what they deserve. They're a lot better of a team than what people are saying.
yeah, and I think this week, I mean, there's a lot of people nationally that have moved them up in the power rankings to that top 2-3 spot. And right now, as a team, I think that's valid. Obviously, buyer beware. It's the Cowboys. They are only a couple of injuries. I know Diggs limped off late. Don't know if that's serious. Obviously, Dak's still nursing the calf. But O-line can block. We can run the ball. We can play defense. So, Stoy, ride the Cowboys, baby.
That game
Right,
was
baby.
That game
See?
was gift wrapped for the Vikings too. I mean, there was some, especially at the end, there was some suspect penalties. At best, suspect is a at best word for
all
that.
against the Cowboys.
Yes, against the Cowboys. The Vikings were like, you get 3 points off of 2 turnovers where you get great field position. That's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
No, that's
horrible.
Terrible.
The you go down and you march down and have some creativity on your first drive. You have some creativity on your first drive.
Right.
As the Vikings, you score, and then you don't do anything the rest of the game. You coast, and you sit there, you get comfortable, you get complacent. That was just, I think it was bad play calling.
Yeah.
I think one thing to point out, and you mentioned him, Diggs, and this is going to be a hot take probably for a lot of people. I might catch some grief. He's a ball hawk, but he's not this unworldly, ungodly cornerback that everybody's giving him the credit for. He gives up a ton of yards.
Right.
He
Completely
got,
agree.
I mean, the times when he got beat, there was some penalties there where he's holding, he's getting beat.
Right.
But again, he's creating opportunities for the Cowboys, so you can't fault him there.
Right. He's not a lockdown as far as like Revis Island type of guy. No, absolutely not.
He's young, and I think he's got the talent to probably get there.
Right.
But again, he's raw, and he just needs to work his way up to that.
Right.
Regardless, the Vikings lost this game more than the Cowboys won this game, is what I would say.
Right. So with that, are you going to take your shitty shot first, or are you going to give me my reward?
You know, your ice is melting.
Yes.
So let's go reward first.
Okay.
So if you guys remember, Cole and I bet one shitty shot and a bottle of whatever alcohol we wanted. Cole even let me choose the alcohol. So this is complete surprise for him.
So yes, shitty shot because it was your bet, and then also shitty shot because he was the worst picker of the week.
Yes. Yes.
This
he
is
was.
awesome. Look at this. What do we got here? Little Basil Hayden's toast.
Yes.
I've never had that. Huh?
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
I've
We've
never had it, so I was honestly
Is it
when I was
cheap
at
or
the
expensive.
It's not cheap.
No. I mean, it's got
It's
a
also not expensive, but
it's got a
not cheap.
belt on. The bottle's wearing a belt.
The bottle's
Yeah.
That's
wearing a belt.
legit.
Yeah, you want to open that up?
Is it bourbon?
Stoy, you want to open that
yeah,
up?
it's some bourbon,
Give
it's
me
some
a
whiskey
pour.
out there.
I'll give you a pour.
I appreciate that.
So
Because you won the bet.
I was
Well,
I
the
was sitting
Falcons
there.
lost, so
I was sitting there trying to figure
Wait
out
till
like
we play
what
the
to
Cowboys. Huh? Huh?
let's go.
Huh? You double the points.
Yes.
We'll win.
Right.
I was sitting there trying to figure out what to get you, and I'm like, it's got to be something that I don't know.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I've never tried this before, so that's what we're going with.
Here we are.
So he might be taking a shitty shot with me and doesn't even know it.
I mean, if that's shitty, then I'm all in. That's solid.
Good. Good.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, well, rules is rules.
Yep.
So for shitty shot, for your,
Bacardi.
it's the Bacardi.
Yep.
It's the Bacardi.
So we got a Bacardi coconut. That just, I think the last time I took a shot this bad is on a par 3 on a golf course, Stoy.
Yep. Sure remember that because your part 3s are
Rough.
I cannot wait till we go back out and we're going live with the camera
Oh.
on par 3s.
Only par
Oh,
3s?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we can
just
film the
easier
rest
that
of
way.
it. But yeah, just for sure the par 3s live for people.
I'm
That's
pretty sure there's
actually a
way
great
too
idea.
there's way
Isn't
too
it?
many times where
That's a great
James
idea.
is like
Fun
sitting there
that would be.
taking
I'm sorry,
his
where
Snapchats.
what?
Where James is taking his Snapchats that he does, and I'm on a hole where I shank one completely. Next hole, stripe a drive, or it's a par 3, and I go in the water.
Shout out Basil Hayden's. You can sponsor as well.
Yeah. What's it taste like? What's like? Do you have a similar whiskey that kind of reminds you of?
Nothing
When did
exact.
this
I
turn
like. I
into the
mean, this is the
drinking show?
toast. The toast has a nice little
Okay.
Is it just more of like a smoke flavor?
Yes.
I assume, yeah, that's what I
good
thought.
smoke.
All right. Well, Bacardi coconut. Here we go.
No,
I'm just gonna drink
no
my
smoke
Rattler.
there.
No
2.7% alcohol over here.
Shout out Stiegel at Stiegel.
Excuse me.
There he is.
There. Wasn't great. Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
So what made that worse
was
is
warm?
I despise coconut flavor
Are you gonna
stuff.
cry?
Yes.
James, don't talk to me about crying, taking shots.
Come at me, homie. I'll take a shot right now, bro.
Oh wow!
Oh, pour it up.
Stop it.
Go get one. Call us
Just take
bluff.
just take a pull of that.
Call us bluff. He needs a new Rattler anyway. So
I
call us
already
bluff.
did.
I need a new Rattler to wash it down. Can we talk college first? Let's go.
Oh, he's got to take his
I got to take my second shitty shot for
being-
losing overall.
for being not good at picking.
You can cut this out, right?
No, this is 100% in.
I'll keep it in.
God, you don't pay attention to shit.
Double shot.
Cheers.
Double shot. That one's not bad. Although warm, probably.
Well, that was good. Good show for Ryan.
Fireball is way worse.
Don't
than-
worry if he falls
know
out
what?
of his chair.
We should get a list from our viewers for what the next shitty shot should be. Like, get a list of them
Ooh,
and let them
That's
just
good.
pick.
That's a good idea.
Just let them
Twitter
pick.
poll.
That's good.
Little Twitter poll.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be fun. And probably
Great
pretty
idea.
bad. But
Well,
it's not going to be me. So
Good but bad.
it's going to be Ryan.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was a couple.
Be right.
Cole had a couple suggestions too last night. He's like, okay, you can take a tequila shot. It's like, well, if I'm, he's like, you can even have the salt and the lime. And shout out Mama Carrie here. She calls lime and salt training wheels when you're taking tequila shots. Like, she's like, nope, I don't need any of that.
She's a G.
Yeah, she's a G.
Go ahead and get stabbed.
And then he goes, well, we can do a 3 Wiseman shot. That sounds pretty shitty, which they're not good. But back in the day when we used to have like Hamburger Helper and stuff, and I hated it. I just didn't like Hamburger Helper. My mom's like, do you like cheese? Do you like noodles? Do you like burger? Well, then you like Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, done.
So then I asked
You're not wrong.
I asked Cole, I said, you like Jack? You like Jim? You like Johnny? Then you like a 3 Wiseman.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
Just all false.
They're
Everything is not
they're
good.
not good together. They're
Right.
just not good.
Some things don't mix.
Not
Hamburger
good.
Helper, 3
Um,
Wiseman.
Any? Should we bring up a little news or actually, Cole?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to explain this week. We're doing this week
Right.
a little different.
Yeah, so we're going to segment a little bit. So our first segment, shitty shot segment. And then we're going to go into continuing on the shot theme, shoot your shot, which is just, 4 of our favorite picks, whether it be money line against the spread or over-unders for the week in both college and NFL. And then we're doing long shot, which is just our favorite money line upset, of plus 200 or more. So a little bit more of a long shot to kind of segment the show, give you a little bit of a glimpse into what we might be putting some money on, throughout the week and in the weekend.
For sure. Anyone have any news the week they want to talk about a little bit?
Well, I mean, NFL trade deadline, and there was a blockbuster trade, right?
Yeah. What was his name?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Swanson.
Von Miller to the Rams is
That's tough.
that defense is unreal now. I mean, it was already great before, and now you bring him in.
You just added an edge rusher that's, top of the line.
Oh, yeah.
The stunts that they're going to do with Donald
and you can't
Von
double him.
Miller.
You can't double both of them.
You know who you're going to double? Donald. You have to. He's in the middle. You have to double him.
Good luck.
I mean, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Good luck being the quarterback. Good Lord.
But really, that was the big one. The thing with that is they got a second and a third, but the Broncos paid $9 million of the $9.7 million.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're the Rams, that's
Now,
Hey, you made out like a
huge
bandit.
Vaughn has been declining from a health standpoint. He's getting older, but also he's getting all the doubles and triple teams. He doesn't have that anymore.
right.
Who's he got with him? Bradley Chubb?
Had.
Chubb had at
I mean,
Denver.
they played together for
Right.
4 snaps. It seemed like.
Right. So it wasn't, that's a big pickup. The only other big news in the NFL, I guess there's 2 things. One, Henry Ruggs, everybody's going to hear about it.
That's not
You're in the NFL, hire a driver.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. His
That's
career is probably over.
That's just a tough look.
That's life-changing
Yep.
stuff there. That's outside of the, NFL or anything like that.
Sure
you
is.
just, it's
You got to make better decisions, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's getting all the attention because he did it, and he's an NFL player. It just happens way too much, anyways.
Right.
But we're obviously pointing it out because it's an NFL.
Right.
It's sports.
The biggest, I think, is going to be. What do you think it is?
The biggest news?
Uh-huh.
Pete Davidson and Kim K.
welcome to TMZ Junior 2.
Oh, that's
so
that's
I'm gonna tell you because I like going off topic sometimes. I don't give a that dude, he must be slinging 20 inches or something.
I heard it was 18, but
Because this doesn't make any damn sense to me. He's ugly. Yeah, Kate Beckinsale.
Machine Gun
He's got
Kelly's
Kim K.
with Megan Fox.
Right. What? These dudes are ugly.
You guys, it don't make sense.
All right.
The line don't make sense.
Sorry.
Wait, I'm
done.
gonna
This is
shout
like
out
an
to
Iowa State.
myself for
This is
that
like an
one.
Iowa State money line. It just
Shit
doesn't make
no
sense.
This makes no sense. That
Shoot
dude.
your shot. Shoot your shot.
Boom.
Cool. So back to the news. Little
Jesus.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Out for the season.
Wow. They'll still run the ball. They signed AP. I mean, he'll be
My boy.
playing probably in a week or two, but that's a big deal because
Yeah,
now they
that's
can.
huge.
I mean, they loaded the box anyway, but now they can load the box and not feel like you're going to get killed by a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, they're still going to run the ball. You could back off the box a little bit and just say, hey, Tannehill, beat us with your arm.
Yeah, and does Tannehill try to force it because he knows he doesn't have him anymore?
Right. And when Tannehill, I mean, he's got more weapons in Tennessee, absolutely. Better line. But when he was in Miami, he didn't have a running game, and he was not very good.
I mean,
So it's
Miami.
a
No,
complete
but
different
you
situation.
can't run the ball. Here's my hot take. You can't run the ball in the NFL without a good offensive line. Their scheme, while they will definitely lose some with Derrick Henry being out, no doubt. I mean, the guy had more yards after contact than everyone else in the NFL has yards. So
But he had
you
more
can't-
touches, too.
right, but you can't even. So I mean, you can't take that. I mean, he was some guy's MVP through this part of the season, which is valid.
Right.
But Tannehill has proven that in that system,
he can do it.
he can do it as long as Brown stays healthy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can agree.
I don't
with
even
that.
care
can
about
attest to that.
Julio
you
Jones.
can't, no, because he doesn't.
Brown
can't
has
stay on
to
the
stay
field. By the way,
healthy.
I am thoroughly loving this trade with Julio.
Yeah.
By the way, because he hasn't been on the field.
Oh,
It feels really good. Just want everyone to know.
this is the one thing the Falcons have done right.
Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong.
Right.
In Pitts, 2 things.
Well, that's
We picked Pitts. Last news before we get into this, I just want to shout out my high school, Westside High School. I showed you guys that. We're going to put it up on our Twitter and in this feed a little bit, right, Chase? Because you said we could put up pictures and graphics. Did you guys see that facility and their golf facility?
yeah.
Because, we talk about golf too on the show. But
So they picked up the range and they implanted it into your high school.
do they have
Into a man
couch?
cave.
A man cave. They have a
It's
couch.
awesome.
They've got putting green. I mean, it's pretty legit. I kind of want to go back to high school. I think JMJ was like, I want to coach there.
No, Valley. I'm happy where I am.
It's golf, not football.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
golf.
It's a
I'll go
different
there and
season.
coach
Different
golf,
seasons.
not football.
Different seasons. You just got to go to Omaha for, spring, come back for the fall. You'll be
That's
fine.
fine.
they'll
It's
be
like
bad
a
at
2-hour
golf,
drive,
but-
right?
They'll be bad at golf, but
The all swing righty and then putt lefty because that makes sense in golf world.
doesn't want to ruin the softball swing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, I have 2 other news tidbits. Just
Let's
Can
go.
we
Just
go
quickly,
with
just quickly,
picks? What
just
is
quickly.
happening here?
I played quarterback.
More
You
content.
cannot go without mentioning how great the backup quarterbacks were this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys were slinging it all over the yard. Usually you put the backup quarterback in, he's not going to throw for more than 150 yards. It's 3 quarterbacks threw for
and the
300
average
plus that were
350.
backups.
Or the guy that
Mike White.
the guy that puts $1,000 on Mike White to have the most passing yards in this week, and he throws for 405. $1,000 wins $125,000
Who
because
is Mike
White.
White? Where did he play?
Yes,
It's a great
What-
question.
who is he?
I don't know.
He
But
grew up
Mike
in,
who?
He grew up in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
That's
Did
incredible.
you hear the
He
science
played
after that? Like,
college
Oh, that was the
at
point.
USF in Western Kentucky.
There you go. Perfect.
Western
was
Kentucky
hilt-
puts up
drafted-
points.
Hilltopper.
Drafted by the Cowboys in the 5th round of 2018.
oh, the boy.
Well, they had to get rid of
Cooper
him so
Rush?
Cooper Rush could
Cooper
be there.
Rush. And then
Western
Cooper Rush
Kentucky.
dominated the Vikings,
Right,
so that's
so-
fun.
That's why they was so good. He was
How'd that feel?
He led a game-winning drive. He does.
It's Cooper Rush. All right.
First
so-
NFL star.
What was the
on
other
this
news?
game.
You said 2.
we're on a betting podcast. The refs
Oh, my God.
are taking points off of the board at an all-time record high
was
right
ridiculous.
now, and it's college football and NFL, so it doesn't matter. And NFL now, you know how they're talking to the booth, so they don't always have to go to replay.
Yeah.
Their judgment calls need to be called out and just be like, "Yo, sorry, you made the wrong judgment. Pick that thing up."
Yeah.
Because these late hits on the quarterback,
That's
Cowboys
coming
got
from a
called.
We just
quarterback.
talked
The
about
by
it.
Cowboys hit a guy inbounds and got called for a hit out of bounds.
And then 2 plays later was a worse hit out of
Out of
bounds,
bounds that they missed.
and they didn't call it.
And that's obviously the other side of it. So I'm not going to go down the wormhole here, but they're directly impacting the outcome of games.
The
And with
Saints.
Vegas as
The
big
Saints
as it
game?
is and betting as big as it is, it's got to change.
I just talked to you
Soapbox.
as well.
Yeah.
I don't
Soapbox. On
like
it.
putting money on Iowa State. I don't like it doing it a lot. I had them in a parlay. It was the one game I lost, and there was 21 points in that game that were
Missed.
impacted by the refs, directly missed by the refs.
The one, we'll have to get that
Concur.
picture. The one where the guy caught it and his foot's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Clear as day. That's just
But they were on ESPN Plus, so they only had 2 camera angles for that game because of who was
So
streaming the
can we,
game.
why is there not more camera angles? Why don't they all have camera angles?
Why don't they all have the same ones?
The same ones.
Money.
Regardless.
It doesn't cost that much money.
I'm telling you
that.
why.
I know, but it doesn't. I mean,
Why does the production suck on ESPN Plus?
they have
saving
they
money.
have, they have enough money in ESPN to
They have enough money in college football in general
do all of
that
that.
everybody should
every
have the
team,
exact same stuff.
Every team could have their own. Yeah.
The NCAA themselves has enough money to.
I mean, why are Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC? Money.
Money.
Don't tell me it doesn't matter.
Okay. You know what?
Sorry,
We can say that.
I had
We're
to
not-
get.
Stop
I had to
follow
get that
the
in.
You know
money.
what's going to feel good about this? What I'm about to say is because we can say it now.
I think we have a follow the money.
F the NCAA now.
That's
F
fair.
them.
F them.
F them. God, I loathe them.
Friend them.
Pick time.
Don't friend them.
Oh, finally.
Let's go. Well, we do have one game to talk about in college football. One out of all of them. A little Auburn A&M action at A&M. Did we check all these lines and everything? We kosher? James, you had one job. Well, multiple jobs, but this is your job. This is not my job.
I didn't do it. Yep, 4 and 5. 4.5. Total is 49.5. Yep.
49.5. Yeah, I saw it 50, so
Yep.
I'm good with that.
Texas A&M, 4.5-point favorites. 13th ranked team taking on number 12 Auburn. The total's at 49.5.
What do you think?
I
You
don't.
spoke tonight.
Well, it's because we weren't talking about anything important. I don't
Love you, James.
want to trust Bo Nix, but Bo Nix has been on fire.
Ever since you said, "How can you trust Bo Nix?"
Right.
On fire.
The dude's been on fire.
Basil.
And it's not even that he's not throwing 500 yards. He's just a field general.
He's Bo Nixon.
Right. He's a field general, and they just keep winning behind Bo Nix.
Huh?
I don't.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He wasn't impressing us, and then all of a sudden,
right now he's just playing
something,
football.
some switch flipped,
Right.
and now
No,
Bo
he's
Nix
not
is
looking-
That's
he's a
Auburn.
football
He's a
player.
quarterback now.
It's live by the Knicks, die by the Knicks.
Yeah.
You know? I
You're
mean,
not wrong. You're not wrong. They look good.
so is he due to die, or is he just going to continue on his hot streak?
I mean, he's a college kid, right? So when these kids get
Cocky?
Streaking?
streaks, yeah,
Oh,
cocky, right?
okay,
Cocky streaks. They're like, yeah, they got that BDE, that Pete Davidson. Got that BDE. You got that energy, right? And you're just walking around campus, slinging it around. You're tough, right? So you're going to keep going
Until you step on it.
until you step on it. So is he going to step on it at Texas A&M? I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's going to keep playing well. One pick I love in this game is the under. It's 8-1 in Auburn's last 9 games on the road. It's 9-3 in Auburn's last 11 games against SEC teams. And Texas A&M has a pretty good defense. So, I mean, if we're going to bank this on trusting Bo Nix again, I'm not doing it.
You're not.
So he's
No, I think A&M's going to cover this game. I think it's going to be close. Because A&M has a chance here that they can still win their division, their side of the division.
Right.
They just have to keep winning.
correct.
And I don't think they're going to let Auburn get in their way.
I think that'll get overlooked.
You think
'Cause
so?
they have a chance to win, so they're going to be playing like they have a chance to win. That
Why
side.
can't this be a night game? Why does it have to be a 2:30 game?
Right. It's
And
the
also,
it's the only game of the weekend.
and Texas A&M
Bump it.
also hasn't played, and they've had 2 weeks off.
Oh,
Is it-
2 weeks.
Yeah. And then before those 2 weeks off, they won their 2 games before that by a combined score of 79-28. So,
Texas A&M also beat Alabama.
correct. Also,
They
and
had-
they've been
they had-
off
they
since
had-
there.
They had one bye, by the way. It was a bye week, 1 week. They played on October 23rd.
Yeah, but they also played South Carolina, so I
Ah,
think he was
okay.
counting that.
And
as
they
a
also played
bye.
Missouri before that. Oh, they've had a month off.
So that's probably the bye I was
They've
talking
practiced
Yeah,
a
that's
couple
fair.
times.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, they score.
Right. So
Anybody else?
James, what do you got?
about. I like Texas A&M. Yep.
So confident.
Anyone else got anything about this Auburn game?
I mean, the only thing that I can say about it is one of Texas A&M's losses is starting to look worse now. So they lost to Arkansas, who we all loved, and now Arkansas has just not been playing the same.
And Auburn beat up on Arkansas.
I'm so mad at Arkansas.
We lost
So
we
now-
were
so now we look at
so
this.
high on them.
And they
So we
suck.
look at this from a standpoint of that's a common opponent. Is it just a matchup thing? Is it just a how does Auburn match up against Arkansas? How does Texas A&M match up against Arkansas? Is that what we're looking at here?
Well, you have to look at all aspects of it, and that's one of them. You have
That's
to.
why this game is so a lot closer than 4.5 to me, I think.
I like what you did there.
I'm going to tell you the line movement right now in this game. But you guys can keep talking. We don't need dead silence.
No.
I mean, they both score points.
Yep.
I know this is a big SEC, and we talk about big SEC games usually go under. They both score and give up points. This is
Yeah.
going to be 38-31 type game. I don't know who yet because I'm not saying it, but the over for sure for me. unless weather's pending. But outside of that, I don't see them stopping each other very much.
Yeah, I mean, I
I don't-
completely agree with.
Buying time for JMJ. But, I mean,
You said it's Saturday at 2:00.
2:30.
I mean, for Texas A&M, they've had, 2 games, I think, go under this total all year.
This is not.
They're hitting that total almost
Yeah, this
pretty
is not,
consistently.
This isn't.
Not the
They're
one.
scoring a
this isn't the
lot.
one. Not the one, boys.
I mean,
Okay.
is this
You
our
find it?
next
Okay.
80-point game?
This game,
It'll be 60.
this game has come down a lot of points. At one point on the 28th, which was 5 days ago, it
Yep.
was at 8.5,
Uh-oh.
and then it went down to 6.
Yeah, after they beat Ole
Whoa.
Miss.
Yep, and then it went back up to 8.5 on Halloween for a little bit.
Oh, can I take that?
It went back down to 4.5. It's been at 5, and now it's been sitting at 4.5. Yeah, see, I like.
It'd probably move down a little bit.
Yeah,
I go 3. It'd probably be on the number.
it's gonna be on that number. It keeps moving. I'm gonna go
Okay, so-
Texas A&M money line, Auburn spread under.
Sticking with the SEC under.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ride it till the
That's-
wheels fall off.
That's fair.
I get they score points, but I think they're gonna clash this weekend.
Cool.
Because you
I
gotta
don't-
lean on Bo Nix, and Texas A&M knows how to stop Bo Nix. They beat Alabama, who has a quarterback that's way better than Bo Nix, who has an
Heisman
offense,
candidate.
who has an offense that's way better than Auburn's offense,
And a defense that's
and a defense that's way better than Auburn's defense.
I love it.
I like Auburn.
okay. We got you. In the spread.
Yeah, go.
I'm going to go Texas A&M money line, Auburn spread, but I'm going to take the over on this one. I just think it's too low for these two teams, high-powered offenses.
Yeah. Times 2.
Cole's gonna do the same thing, you fuckers.
No, he's going to go Auburn. I knew he was. I want to, but I got to hedge you a little bit there.
Bo Big Daddy Nix.
That BD, baby.
He's got it.
Auburn is winning this game outright. 12th
Like-
man be damned.
That place
Over,
That
right?
place is gonna be rocking.
And they're going over.
Over.
He's the only one to take the under, and I'll ride it. I don't care. All right, I have my. You gonna do this bottom thing? I got mine.
Oh, you did it.
Sure did.
Okay. Let's
Perfect.
so the first one's going to be our money line lock, which is -200 or better. So, James J's is in there, so let's go ahead and knock yours out then, bud.
My money line lock is Michigan State. My spread
Whoa,
lock.
whoa. One at a time. We got the same thing we always
What's their odds on Michigan State? Is it still -160?
No,
I don't know what it was when I did it yet.
It was -160 when I was last looking at it, so I'm not sure if it changed at all.
Against Purdue.
Yeah.
I just
Purdue.
want
Yes,
people
you
to
just
be.
need to know. who
No,
they're
I just
playing.
want-
so
Yeah,
that's
no,
what we
right.
mean. Minus
To
200
clarify.
or below 200,
Correct.
not over 200.
Correct.
Got it. Then that's what I want.
Against Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Purdue.
Michigan State money line. That's mine.
Purdue.
That's a very good pick. I'll go next.
Go.
I am going with the Wake Forest over North Carolina. They're actually,
I
I
like
mean, it's
that.
plus 2.5 right now.
so you're taking
so-
Wake Forest.
I'm taking Wake Forest to win.
course you are.
Stay undefeated.
Yeah.
That's going to be a ton of points as well, by the way.
That was a crazy
Ryan,
money line
Stoy.
pick. Oh, by the way, we haven't looked at each other's picks. We don't know these, except for what James J just typed in. We just don't know. So
Yep.
we're not copying each other. Just let everyone know that. I also got Michigan State. It just makes no damn sense.
I knew people were going to pick Michigan State, so I didn't take Michigan State.
Seems
My
like a bad way to do it.
my money line lock this week is NC State against Florida State. -148 last I looked.
Yep.
NC State's just finding a way to win, and I don't trust Florida State. Although this is at Florida State and NC State's 2 losses are on the road, I still don't trust Florida State.
Okay. All right. Spread lock.
My spread lock is a game that I'm probably going to be there Saturday night if little James lets us go.
Oh.
It's Texas plus 6.5
At.
at Iowa State.
Mm.
Give me all those points.
Give me all them points.
I also wanted Texas to be the money lock dog, but it's not over 200.
Well, and
It's like 197.
Yeah, I
we're
was
not
looking at
doubling,
that too.
and we're
Yep.
not doubling up picks. But
And
yeah,
I want Texas.
but
so
I will
bad.
be betting on them to upset.
Oh,
them.
yep,
Let's
yep.
just put that. I
all
put money on
day,
that one.
all day, Texas.
You could have taken them
All
in the
day.
top spot if you loved him so much.
Money line?
Give him the points.
But he
Give
won
him
it.
the points.
Give him the
No,
points.
I want the points.
No, I want the
know.
points.
The two teams in college football I hate betting on the most because Texas is
Go, Cole. Who's you got?
winning like crazy and then losing.
Let's see. I am going with give me Baylor against TCU.
What's the number?
It's 6.5. And TCU just lost Gary Patterson.
That's a minus 6.5.
Yes, minus 6.5.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Baylor's,
I like
Baylor's the 14th
like
ranked
it.
team in the country.
Right.
I like it.
That number's just way too. I mean, TCU just got destroyed by Kansas State. They have not played good football all year. Gary Patterson isn't staying on for the rest of the year. He's just gone. So, I mean, you're not rallying
Right.
around anything. I feel like that. I mean, that's like a 28-point game in my mind.
I see that. I see that line moving throughout the week.
Yeah.
It's
So
Tuesday. I see that moving
jump on that
Oh, yeah,
early this week.
for sure. I got OK State minus 2.5 over West Virginia. The money's on this too, so I'm gonna also
But you start to follow the money.
always follow the money. Not always. But I just like OK State. I think their loss to Iowa State didn't show their true colors, and they're playing well. West Virginia coming off that big win, but OK State is just better. They're just overall better.
Yeah. Cole can back me up on this pick. My spread lock this week is Wake Forest plus 2.5. I don't see them lose. I don't see
Also
them
putting
losing.
money on that one.
Yeah.
Like I don't
I
understand.
already
the line.
did.
True.
I mean, I already did.
We already picked these, so
but,
that's great.
like,
That's great.
I mean, they might give up a lot of points to North Carolina, but they're just going to score more. Their offense is a
Might be another 70 to 56 game
Right.
like they played against Army.
yeah. And if you can do that against a military school, I mean,
Academy schools, baby.
right? That's
So next one, over under
under.
lock.
Iowa Northwestern under 40.5.
So taking that Big Ten under. Following.
They
Ugh.
can't score. I mean,
They can't
first of all,
score.
Northwestern hasn't scored all year.
Right, and Iowa can't score. They
can't
don't have
score
an offense. Give me
unless
that all day.
their defense turns over Northwestern
Right.
like 4 or 5 times.
Right.
Then it will be over.
here's
But
the only thing that I would say against that, and
They're not doing it.
I don't think I think Iowa's just kind of in the dumps right now offensively, but Northwestern is terrible,
Not
and
really.
Iowa has picked on the terrible teams this year.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I mean, hey, good pick.
Go, Cole. You're
I'm
big.
going.
How'd mine go?
The Mizzou Georgia game is going to be under 59.5.
Because it's going to be like
I
44.
don't understand
Georgia,
what they're
0
looking
Mizzou.
at. Georgia, like the most
Georgia.
points Georgia's going to score is in like the mid 30s.
Georgia.
They're not giving
It's
up
50
that
and a
many.
half? You said
50
56.
59.5.
59.
For Georgia,
For a
Missouri.
Georgia Missouri
Georgia
game.
might win that game 50-0.
Yeah, but I mean,
Doesn't make any damn
Mizzou's
But
going
they're
to
not
have
scoring 60 themselves.
right. Mizzou's not going to score.
No.
Like
Against
that
that
game.
I
is
would be shocked if Mizzou gets to
that's
10.
way under.
Like shocked if they get to 10
Right.
points.
I'm going to take an under 49.5.
Go, Stoy.
Tell me how good that pick is, James.
I like that pick. Utah State versus New Mexico State under 71.5. It's just too many damn points. Utah State does score
You said 71?
71
Okay,
and a half,
that's aggressive.
right? Utah State does score. They're favored by 18.5, but they're not. New Mexico State's not scoring that much. It's not going to be 40 to 30 something. It's just not. That's so many points.
What time's the game? Is it late at night?
3 p.m. on a Saturday.
Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't one of those late night games.
No.
Go ahead, Ryan. What do you got?
Liberty, Ole Miss,
Mm.
over 68.5. Over 68.5.
So many points.
So many
They're
points.
thinking Liberty's going to score on them.
Liberty has been
Liberty's definitely
scoring.
going to score.
Liberty's quarterback is one of the probably top 3 quarterbacks in NCAA right now.
Yeah.
But have they played in SEC school?
I mean,
I don't
They've
know.
played a few of them.
Ole Miss is
They've
kind of
played
like,
a few good teams.
They're kind of like
I
a
was-
Big
Ole
12
Miss's
school.
defense is
Yeah, I was
just.
about to say. But
There's going to be a lot of points in this one.
there should be.
I love it.
Money log.
Love it.
Money line.
Dog.
Go ahead, Stoy. You
Where
can
my
just-
dogs
Oh,
at?
I'm trying to find it so I know who they're playing against.
Oh, I'm taking Hawaii plus 260. Next,
Who are they
Who
playing?
they play? San Diego State.
San Diego State.
Really?
So 77-1 San Diego State. That's what you're
San Diego
taking.
State's been playing well.
I'm taking Hawaii.
Where is mine?
I got mine.
Go.
Go.
You-
I got it. Found it.
USC is plus 9.5 at Arizona State, who just laid an enormous
Oh, I need
egg.
the number.
What?
Nope, not 9.5. I need the other number.
Plus.
Plus what?
Plus 254.
260.
Just
making
make
that
that
up?
up.
He
Plus-
made that up.
They're plus 260.
254. I don't.
I mean,
made
I
that
was
up.
six.
That was
I
great.
was
He made
6
that up.
off.
That was great.
I wasn't ready.
Go, Stoy.
I
we
was
got.
ready.
Oh, I got Stanford with the upset of Utah. They're plus 250. It's at Stanford. Friday night game. Night games in Stanford, for some reason, they pull upsets. I don't understand.
Stanford will only beat like 2 good teams a year, and
Yep.
then they'll still only have like 6 wins.
Yep, they beat Oregon earlier, and this will be the
Yeah.
second one, and they're done.
That's fair.
Ryan.
My dog lock is Georgia Tech plus 300 over Miami. Georgia Tech has to get 6 wins for that bowl berth, and this is like a must-win game for them right now.
Miami
Georgia-
just did something.
Rest
big.
of the season isn't looking good.
Miami just upset
No, I didn't.
Miami just upset Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Huge. letdown.
Miami's been
Letdown
playing
week.
a little bit better as of late, but Georgia Tech, I think their last 3 games that they've played has beat Miami each time, 2 of those being at Miami. So I like Georgia Tech to
Boom.
come in,
Miami,
upset, baby.
Miami is
they've been
going
scoring.
to also they're going to extend Manny Diaz for a long time.
A long time.
That's what they announced today.
That's good.
There's a big article.
They're
about
running
it.
high then. They're gonna be happy.
Correct.
Good for them.
Happy.
I think college schools need to keep coaches longer.
I mean, I think NFL. I think entirety.
All right, NFL.
Coaching staffs
There's
need
so
to
many
stay
games,
around,
guys.
right? Coaching staffs need to stay around. Like you everyone talks about Brady and Belichick because they were around forever, but they won forever.
Right.
But having that continuity,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big deal. I mean, how many offense coordinators did you go through?
3 in 5 years.
Yeah. I played defense, and I still went through an offense coordinator, 2 of them,
Right.
and then we went through 4 defense coordinators.
Right.
It's really cool because now I can watch games and I have a lot of knowledge,
Right.
but it's uncomfortable. You just don't get comfortable. You can't pull the trigger as easy because you're like, well,
Yeah.
well was that cover blue or was that one under? Are they the same?
Yes.
Talking about your guys' coaches, I about went with Coach Creighton and
CC.
and the Eastern Michigan Eagles.
CC and Coach Nethery, baby. They're back together.
I about took them this week. As
oh,
my
I'm
dog.
taking it. They're playing it tonight, right?
Little Maction, baby.
Little Maction, baby.
Little Maction.
They're dogs, 9.5 dogs. I like 'em.
Maction.
Which that's one of
Court,
those
Court
winning actions
Sports
we talked about. We
loves
said
Maction.
Eastern has more wins
Oh, I'm
than I
taking
forget who they're
Toledo.
playing. And
Right.
Toledo.
Court Sports loves
Yeah.
Maction.
And it's like,
Who doesn't love Maction? It's
because
awesome.
on Tuesday night,
Right. You're giving us games on a Tuesday
hey,
night.
did you do your pool picks?
Nope.
They're
Okay.
due in about 29 minutes or whenever
All right,
first
so
kickoff
can we
is.
talk a little quicker?
No,
maybe
do it right now. Do it right now.
I mean,
we got some talking.
last week he missed 6 picks because he missed Maction Tuesday.
It still wouldn't have helped my case. I still would have lost,
still
but it's
lost.
okay.
NFL. Here we go.
NFL,
NFL first
here we go.
First game is your game.
Why is there
James.
so many
Raiders
games?
Giants.
So many games.
What's good? Raiders, Giants. Hey, the Giants are playing well.
Cricket.
I mean, There's-
Saquon might be back this week potentially. There's
I know,
potential for him to
playing
be
well.
back. They might sit him out this week and then
No, that's
let him
great.
rest.
That's great. Raiders under.
oh, it was, wow.
Hey, watch the attitude over there.
Wow.
Next.
Also going with the Raiders. I'm actually going to pull the trigger on the over. I am.
Why?
The Raiders like to turn it over. Giants also do as well.
Exactly.
And the Raiders defense in the first half gives up so many points. So I'm thinking, Giants score 17 in the first, and then the Raiders come back and it's 30 to 17, which would push, but someone will F up a field
Yeah.
goal.
I get it. It makes sense.
I'm on the
But
Stoy. I'm on the Stoy train.
You
You know
should,
what way he's going with?
because I'm a
Yeah.
champ. Champs, here.
One time. 1 week he gets us, and now he's like the best ever. It's just sort of happened all around.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from now.
If this was at one of the wonky lines, I probably would have taken the Giants to cover, but I can't do it right now when it's at -3. So Raiders, and I'm sticking with the under on this one. Giants aren't going to score shit for points.
Why? They usually
On
score
the-
so many.
I mean, on the Raiders defense.
Raiders defense
On the
not
Chiefs defense?
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Go ahead, Stoll. You got
good. I mean,
next game.
he would have scored more if he didn't throw picks.
Right.
Falcons Saints against who's their backup now for the Saints? I don't even know who's playing.
Trevor Simeon.
But I don't know if Simeon's
Simeon.
playing or
Simeon's
is
Taysom Hill?
what's his face who's been concussed for like 3 weeks.
Taysom Hill?
I know his name. But hey, shout out
Alvin
Falcons.
You
I
forgot
got
it.
the military appreciation gear on because it's Military Appreciation Month in the NFL. Hashtag NFL. Give us a couple dollars.
Is this a drink break for James?
$2.
$2.
James, grab me one while you're out there.
Little Falcons Saints action. Obviously, we won't have Calvin Ridley. We need a receiver so bad right now. Really hope they pull the trigger tonight. Nope. Pretty sure trade deadline's over.
Yeah,
Is
it's
Gage
3
back?
hours ago.
Is Gage back in this week?
I'm not. We're not sure. Okay. I talked to Coach Smith, and he doesn't know yet. It's only Tuesday.
It's only
It scares me. You guys, the Falcons. This would be one of those games that I'm like, there's no way, and then all of a sudden they're going to score 34 points and win. I just don't see it. So I'm gonna to hedge it a little bit. Not gonna be as much of a homer this week. That total at 42.5. I don't see it. Because yes, the Falcons laid a stinker last week, but they've been averaging like 28 for the previous weeks, and then we saw the Saints what they did to the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I don't really see them stopping at 42.5. So I'm definitely going with the over there. But I'm gonna go Saints Falcons over.
You should have held off. You're going to have to repeat yourself.
No, I'm not. Me? Yeah, no, I will. I'm going Saints Falcons over.
I heard the over button thing.
Oh, good. Good.
So
So
I mean, I don't hate those picks, but the big thing that I shared with you kind of before this, and I'll bring it up right now, divisional unders late in the year. Now this guy was talking about week 10 and later. Since 2005, though, divisional unders have hit 61% of the time. It's like
this is
213 and
the
137.
NFC South. All they do is score points. Historically, that's what happens.
I'm just saying divisional unders, and this is a divisional game. So
At
at 42.5 for me, that's too low. I agree with you, but I'm just saying that's 61% of the time it's been hitting.
I love the stat. Not this game.
Yeah. The way that the Saints played last week and the way that the Falcons played last week, it's tough for me to jump on the Falcons spread train. So I'm going to go Saints money line, Saints spread, and I'm going to take the over again. 42.5 is too low.
Can't hate it. I would if I wasn't Homer.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a letdown game for the Saints to me, but they're at home.
And they're gonna be fueled.
So because they're at home, it's not.
Do you think the quarterback situation of like, do we do Taysom? Do we not? Do you think that's a thing, or are they going Trevor Simeon? I believe they should just go Simeon.
I
They
think they'll go
great with
Simeon. Yeah, I
But
think they'll go Simeon.
Taysom's the one they're paying. He's their backup.
It's true.
Did any of you guys see that they came out and asked Drew Brees, like, oh, if the Saints came calling, what would you do? Would you stay in retirement or would you come out of retirement and play for him? And he's like, from what I saw, Trevor Simeon's doing a pretty darn good job. So I'm going to stay here. I have commitments.
You know who didn't say that? Phillip Rivers. Completely open.
Also, Cam's still out there, boys, and Cam's being linked.
You've already have
That's
you already have
because
Taysom.
That's because Phillip
I
Rivers
agree,
is tired
but I
of his
really
daycare.
would love them to sign Cam
They're
to
not
play
signing
us.
Cam.
It would be awesome because we would win.
But is Trevor Simeon really that much of a downgrade from Jameis?
Colin Kaepernick.
There's the-
No, I think he's actually an upgrade because Simeon's not going to make that dumb
Yes.
mistake, but he's also not going to press the ball down there. But you don't need to with those weapons.
Right. I mean, I'll take the Saints both money line and spread, and Saints at home dominating again under.
They're scoring 30, the Saints. So it's just a matter of
Yeah.
and
I
the Falcons
just-
scored
20.
13.
right. Yeah.
I hope
right.
they do a good job of watching film this week and they do exactly what the Panthers do, because then it'll be under.
As waste the clock.
So
As they
there you
should.
go.
Yeah,
So-
they should.
Cowboys Broncos.
Ooh, I'll start.
Go ahead.
Ooh, I'll start. The Von Miller-less Broncos?
Right. No Von Miller, which, I mean, to me, that's just more of a locker room thing of like, okay, we're in sell mode, but you're giving guys a chance that maybe haven't had a chance.
How about couple it with, we just learned that Noah Fant has COVID-19.
Right.
So Noah and Von Miller,
Right.
that hurts the locker room too.
Was it the 4-0 Broncos and now
3-0.
they're 3-0.
Same as
3-0 to 4-4 though. That's a quick turnaround of a season. Now
I mean,
their first
it was-
3 games were terrible teams.
It was
But
going to happen. But
Yeah.
you're the boys. This is your game.
So, I mean, the only worry about this is, do you play Dak?
You don't
I don't.
have to.
I don't play
You don't have
Dak,
to.
but I think Dak will play. I think Dak will play well.
Does he have a short leash?
I mean, I think he's got a little bit. I don't even know that he's got a short leash. I just think that they'll ground and pound this game.
Oh,
I mean, the short leash could be.
You have the
depending-
ability to do it. Don't know if Smith's going to play this week at tackle, but I
He
think you
should.
have the ability to dominate on the ground. I don't think the Broncos have the ability to have
Do
any
much.
type of high-powered offense. So I'm with J&J on this one. I'm Cowboys and under.
yeah, yes. Cowboys. I have to ride the boys, right?
Right.
I sometimes hate it because there's too many Cowboys fans out there.
Is this going to be a lock?
But
Ryan?
Cowboys under.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is
What?
definitely a goon.
Wait, don't put. Our locks are awful.
We don't win very much.
Right, so
Because we lost the Falcons one last
so
week.
I
How
feel
about
like
this
one of our hashtags should be fade the locks,
The lock.
fade the goon
Not
line.
this one though. I don't see
The
it.
money
this one.
line, don't fade it, but
The only thing that could hurt us is the total
right
because
well,
the Cowboys,
also that spread.
Cowboys could come up and put up some points.
The spread
The
will
spread.
hurt us.
The spread.
Right.
I think the spread will hurt us because, truthfully, I think the boys what they'll do. If I was them, I would start
Put up
rush.
a shit ton of points.
I would start rush and run the ball.
Right, and then
which
you're going to
means-
take Dak out.
You're not gonna, and I would take that back.
Which means they have
If-
two
If they
two
go up by
100-yard
21, I'm
rushers.
taking Dak out
Right.
and doing the same thing, and it'll just dwindle down because they'll score.
They're going to have 2 100-yard rushers.
They should.
Yeah, they should every week with those two freaks.
Right?
What I love about the Goon Lock was there was more discussion on why we were wrong than being being confident on why we were right.
I mean, we're right. We're right. This is gonna happen.
Lock it
But
in.
no, hey, the under should hit because the boys themselves are going to score 30, but the Broncos aren't scoring 20.
No, I completely agree.
They don't have it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Kings.
No, you can say Queens after
'cause
last
they-
week because that was
wow.
bad. Vikings Ravens. So here's a big thing that I'm gonna go back to. The Vikings have too much talent on their roster to be 3-4 right now. They're
So then what's the problem?
You know who
What's the
also
problem
is
is coaching.
3-4?
Okay.
The Falcons.
the play calls, the
So
coaching.
you can't, unless they fire off the coordinator, you're not fixing that within a week.
I don't disagree. That's why I have always been very, very against like this whole like maybe it's time to move on from Zim. Maybe it's time to move on from Kubiak.
But it's
They're
not
being too
Zim.
conservative. Zim is a defensive guy.
Right.
He's a clock management guy, and their clock management against the Cowboys was awful. End of the first half,
Yeah,
they
poo-poo.
let 20 seconds run off when they had a timeout in their pocket. I don't care if you're discombobulated like the way they were. You call a timeout, and they messed that up. The Ravens, however, people keep saying, "Oh, we're going to figure out Lamar. We're going to figure out Lamar." People aren't figuring him out yet. He's a good quarterback, and the Ravens are, I believe, coming off a bye week,
Mm-hmm.
so they're well rested.
Mm-hmm.
After throttling the Chargers.
A good Chargers team.
Dismantled.
Throttled. What a word.
The only thing that people are saying about the
Vikings are
Chargers
hurt.
is that Justin Herbert is playing too fast right now. He's missing people because he's playing so fast.
That sounds stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand it
It's not his
as
first
well.
year in the league.
They'll be all
Yeah.
right.
The only thing that the Vikings have going for them is that they play close every single week. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything to say on this one.
I mean,
Said mostly everything we can say about the Vikings. Right. So now it's the other way.
I mean,
And the Ravens, like we just said, throttled. And then they had an off
Bye.
week to get better.
If the Vikings
home.
won't
And they're at home.
commit to giving Cook the ball, like that was their biggest mistake against
And
Dallas.
they're not doing it.
Cook should have got 25 to 30 touches, and
Right.
that's a totally different game. Like, if anything, they weren't conservative enough.
Like Deion Hutch, 28 carries,
They-
almost
the
200
thing
yards.
There was 8 out of Kirk Cousins. Somebody tweeted it. 8 out of his 23 completions or whatever were behind the line of scrimmage.
Weren't like 4 of them to their fullback though.
Yeah, Ham.
not
CJ
good.
Ham, you mentioned it.
He went ham on him.
I love some
What did you
fullbacks,
say?
but
What did you say about
you
CJ Ham
just
and Justin
can't-
Jefferson?
You just can't do that. You pay your all-star receiver, I don't even know how much.
He's a rookie, so he's still on a smaller contract, but
It's probably bigger than Ham's.
Oh, Ham's.
Besides, he's got
He's
the
a
vet man.
veteran.
He got yeah.
Veteran.
Okay, you don't run 3 screens to your fullback, Ham. Now there's other
And lose
fullbacks like
yards.
Juice Check for the Niners,
And lose yards.
but you don't do that. That's dumb. You feed your guy. Anyways, I'm off that. I'm on the Ravens. They're coming off a bye. They're healthy. Their defense is what their defense does. They're playing at home. The Vikings don't run the ball. They won't be able to run the ball if they want to. Kirk Cousins is not going to throw the ball down the field because they usually won't call it. If not, they'll check down to Ham, which is a great idea. And the Ravens are going to be able to run the ball a little bit, and they're not going to be able to contain our boy. And not our boy, but someone's boy. So I just
boy,
can't.
we're black.
That's right.
He's
Our boy.
black. Our boy.
Our
You said
boy.
it right.
Yeah, I said right. There's just no way, in my eyes, that they
So
can
your
stop them.
picks, Ravens, what?
Under.
I'll finish this one out. You
Okay.
go ahead.
I will also take the Ravens under.
Ryan, we know what you're going to do.
Well, it's not going to be a goon lock, but I'm not
that's
taking
the
a money
homer.
line.
You're not taking Ravens money line.
I'm not taking the Vikings money line. I thought that's what
Okay.
you meant. Ooh, this is what you're going to do. That's what I thought you were going to do.
You two.
Ravens money line, Vikings spread. I'm actually going with the over, and this is the one that Stoy. I was sitting there talking, and I'm like, I do this all the time. I can't do it anymore, but I'm going to do it anyways. It's this over.
He said that at lunch. I don't understand it.
I don't know. Maybe they open up the playbook just because there's so many people in the hot seat. That's the only thing. The other weeks they were scoring and losing. Last week they didn't score much and they lost.
This is a 27-24 to 10 game.
I could see it being 27-24.
It's valid.
So in your scenario, the Vikings need to play twice.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Sure do.
All right, next game.
Titans Rams.
Sunday night football,
This
Titans
one,
Rams.
This one was going to be geared up to be
Rams.
amazing. It still can be, but
Right.
with Henry,
Can you
that
just
thing
say
would've been
this?
really fun.
You need to say the spread. Give me a second here, please. Rams minus 7.5. Totals of 53.5.
Yeah,
There you go.
I,
Is that, that's what you want. Okay.
Right. So I think that I'm going to go back to my conversation of you can't run the football without a good O-line. And the Rams at home, like not a huge home field advantage. They've got Von Miller. Obviously going to be amped up to play. I still think the Titans are able to run the ball against them. And the Titans will cover this game.
It's that number too. That's
Yes.
why I took. That's why I did what I did. That stupid ass number.
Stupid ass.
Stupid ass.
The thing is, the Rams can and will throw the ball successfully, and the Colts beat the Titans up through the air, and the Rams are better at that than now.
Stafford
long-
and Carson Wentz.
Yeah, give me the
He's
Rams.
Carson Wentz.
Give me the Rams money line, the Titans covering, and give me the over in this one.
Wait, you're a Carson Wentz guy?
No, he looks like Carson Wentz.
Oh,
I mean,
so yeah, you are a Carson Wentz guy.
I turned it over a
He
decent
kinda
amount
does.
in my life. So
Yeah, but I've
But
never
never
seen
that
you do those
stupid.
No. Never seen you just like, hey, I'm in the end zone. Let me switch to left and just flick it.
oh, most of the time I'd have been down the first time. So
Oh yeah.
that's fine. You just go
Not
down.
breaking the tackle.
You go
Yeah,
to the
no, I'm
Peyton
going down.
Manning, Tom Brady,
Just fall,
curl
before
up
you
in a
get hit.
ball.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
I like it.
prevent injuries.
I just this one for some reason got here. the Rams are going to tear them apart. I really just feel it that they're going to tear them apart. Rams are hot, obviously. Getting Von Miller, they're going to be juiced. They're going to get up early, and they're going to make Tannehill throw the ball, and it's going to get ugly. So I'm going Rams. The tough part is this one, but I'm going to go under.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have taken the Rams if the Titans had Derrick Henry anyways, so my money line pick is going to stick with the Rams. Spread, it's that line, so I'm going to go Titans. It's at 7.5. It's that weird number. 53.5. I like to say that's a lot of points, but when the Rams are hot, they score a lot. So I'm going to say over.
31-24 Rams.
Probably.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's great math.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Football, the Chicago Bears are traveling to
The
Pittsburgh
The
to take on the Steelers. Pittsburgh sitting up 6.5-point favorites. The total's at
That don't make no damn sense.
40.
40?
That's like that Iowa game last week. The total's 36.5.
Did you watch Pittsburgh play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the Bears put up 22,
30. This total is 40
which still
points.
wouldn't get to 40.
This is the total. This is the lowest total I think we've seen all season.
We've had it no, we had 40 and a half.
No,
right.
it's 40. This is the lowest one we've seen.
That's-
And honestly, I think it'll still go under.
I agree with you.
Just like they said last week, right? Because that was like
Yeah.
the bet the board dudes. They loved everything about the Pitt. Browns under. They
Yeah.
were screaming up and down the world about take that under, and the thing hit.
So,
First half hit and the full game hit.
I mean, the Steelers are playing better than they did in the first 3 weeks, so that's good.
But they still have
They're-
old man Ben.
They're at home at night. It's going to be cooler. Justin Fields has never played in that environment, and I think that's a big deal. Under the lights, in Pittsburgh, probably cold. It'll probably be rainy or some snow, something stupid. Just because, did my computer just die? No, we're good. So that's why I can't favor them in it at all. That that under is ridiculous. It could be 17-10 in the first half, and it could be zeros. It's a coin flip for me.
Exactly. It could be 0-0.
It truly could be 0-0.
Right.
This one's tough.
Right.
Who's got the better defense, the Bears or the Browns?
The Bears are the Browns?
Bears are the Steelers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or the
No, the Bears
Oh,
or the
he's
Browns.
The Browns.
The Browns have a better defense.
Okay. That helps me make my pick.
Right. Because the Steelers.
Hands down.
That's why you asked. Steelers play the Browns. That was a good question.
Yep.
I just want to make sure he was saying it right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
No, that was
Yeah,
that was right.
You need to spell Steelers correctly.
Huh?
Huh? Spread.
My spread says Bears.
Your spread says Steelers.
His spread says Bears.
My spread says Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, computer glitch.
Computer glitch on your end.
There it goes. It's the Bears now.
I'm going
Okay, cool.
Steelers money line, Bears spread under. I think it's gonna be 0-0 at halftime or like 3-0.
Yeah. I
I don't see. That's why this total is so low for a reason. And let's.
right. I
my
mean,
favorite thing.
Fields had
Let me
his
do my favorite.
Fields
thing
had his
here.
best game as a pro against the Niners last
Sit
week.
Nagy.
That's a
Right.
trap total.
Sit
Well, like
Nagy.
one
Look
of
at
their
this line
touchdowns
real quick.
was just
But it's a trap total.
It's
it was
so
an
low.
unreal run
It's
that's
so
not
low.
sustainable.
That was stuff that he did in college
Right.
This
against
total.
inferior opponents.
This total opened at 45.5.
Yeah. Let's go there, and I'll definitely take the under.
Oh, 45, it's under.
Now it's all the way down to 40.
Right.
It
I like
opened
it.
at 45.5.
So I'm going with. I'll start on the under. I
I'm
don't
gonna
see.
go under.
I don't see points in this
Yeah.
game at all.
I don't either.
I don't see the Bears scoring more than 13. Can the Steelers get to 20? Is basically my question.
This thing went from 45.5 to 40.5 for like a snap.
So I'll take the Steelers money line.
Why?
because they're not going to score.
Is there weather?
Oh, it's in Pittsburgh in the.
I know, but is there
In the
rain? Is there
wintertime.
sleet? Is
It's
there
probably
something
going
like
to be
that?
cold.
That's
always
that's the
cold.
only reason
Oh.
I'm asking. Is that the case for 5.5 point
Drop,
drop?
in like 3 days.
Yeah,
That's drastic.
yeah.
Cole, what? Steelers, what? You're still thinking. This is taking a while. Holy moly.
Give me the Steelers.
Monday night's going to be beautiful. It's going to be 42 degrees.
Steelers under.
Yeah. And I feel so confident.
That's why it took you so long
Sounds
to say it.
Should I push this? Do you feel ill?
Because it's going to make me physically ill.
I have a button for that.
You might have to click
Shout
that
out,
a couple
Brad.
times during this.
Go ahead. What
this
do you
next
got?
For me, so I'm going to do this because this is going to be a pick that I bring up later. I actually like the Bears in this. Fields, again, just like you said, played his best game. The Steelers have been playing better as of late, but they're still not. I'm still not convinced that they're a good team, or they're. So it's
Definitely not.
kind of a battle of mediocrity here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Bears. I'm actually taking the over. I think
It's too low.
It's too low.
it's too low.
I know it's
It's,
so
the,
low.
it's the lowest.
It's the
it's-
lowest ever. I mean, not ever,
it's
but this
just
season it's the
disgusting.
lowest we've seen.
We're kind of all over the map with this one. I'll lock
Yeah.
it. I'll lock it a lot. I'm going Steelers over. It's too low. I don't trust Justin Fields. He has not proved anything in the NFL yet in those conditions. And the Steelers are they're getting back to Steeler football.
Yeah, I mean Tomlin said it himself. I don't know if they're all the way there yet. That's why I like the
they're
Bears.
not. They're not. But the Bears find a way to keep on losing.
Could be a big
Whoa,
week.
whoa,
And
whoa,
Nagy's
whoa,
bad,
whoa.
bad week.
Sorry,
Nagy's
breaking news, college
Uh-oh.
football, real quick.
Uh-oh.
College football playoff rankings are out.
Oh, let's talk about them. Pull them up.
This is absurd. Absurd.
Hold on. Hold on. We got to pull them up.
No.
You know
Don't
'em?
you guys don't look. I know
okay.
them.
Fine. You do it.
Tell me who you think the top four are.
Like in order or
saw,
just the
I
top
just saw
four?
one.
If it's not,
I just saw
Bama,
one.
Georgia.
if it's not
Georgia,
some combination
Bama,
of Georgia, Bama,
Cincy.
It's not.
In
Whatever you're going to say,
Oklahoma.
it's not. Whatever you're going to say,
So-
it's not.
Oklahoma,
I just saw one of them, and
Oregon?
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, Oregon is 4.
Yeah.
Guess who else is in there?
That's awesome.
Michigan State.
Huh?
at number 3.
Yes.
It goes
So,
Georgia, Bama,
Georgia, Bama, Michigan State, Oregon.
Oregon.
What?
Ohio State is 5th.
Where did
Cincinnati is
Oregon
6th.
come from?
Hey, I don't know, but I picked them. I got 3 right in the first, boys.
We're talking in it. Let's go. We're not doing
That's
that right now.
nuts.
Sorry,
doesn't
it
make
just
any
popped
damn-
up.
that
That's
doesn't make any
absurd.
damn
I
sense.
don't even have
Where
time.
did Oregon
I don't
come
have
from?
time for this.
Oregon has a loss. The other 2 don't.
Yeah, where did Oregon come from?
How is Cincy? Okay.
Oregon's got a big win
Cincy
over Ohio
should be
State, so I
in.
guess
They're
that
Oh,
makes sense.
joy, Ohio State.
Absolutely.
Get out of here.
Absolutely.
I love
Cincinnati, Oregon, neutral field. Who you got right now?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Thank
Oregon.
you.
No.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm not taking Oregon.
it. Hey, they're in my 4. I have to. I have to ride
That's
with
true.
Oregon,
You don't
baby.
have
My
to.
money line
I'm just
lock.
saying, what do you
My
think?
money line
Yeah.
lock
Oregon.
is the new.
Eye test, because they're going eye test. They are going eye test.
Yeah, their
They can't
jerseys
be
look
putting-
way better than Cincy's.
You can't put Oregon in there and not say that
No,
it's
you
not eye
can't put,
test.
no, you cannot put Oregon in the top 4. You cannot do that right now.
That's
I can get
James, you look
Michigan
like you're
State.
constipated
They're
right now.
undefeated. Ohio State is
just
not.
confused.
That means Oklahoma's 7.
Oklahoma hasn't looked good. That's too low for Oklahoma, by the way.
They haven't lost, though.
I think it should be Cincy in there for sure over Oregon, without a doubt. But for me,
First of
picking-
all, it needs to be more than 4 teams anyways. We can all agree on
we
that.
could have a conversation about that.
That's-
We can all agree on it, though.
That's
I mean,
insane.
I mean, that's a whole
Yeah,
pod.
it doesn't
that
make any
that
sense.
release is a podcast
Yeah, he's
in its
right.
own route.
But he's saying is
it
true
don't
'cause
make
this
sense.
doesn't make any fucking freaking sense. Oregon?
Yeah, that don't make sense. They can be in the top 7. That's
One
cool.
loss Oregon, 1 loss Ohio State, both over undefeated Oklahoma. And I don't care how bad
And
Oklahoma's
and
looked.
Cincy.
It doesn't matter. They haven't lost a damn
They
game. And
lost.
how are
And
they in
Cincy.
8th?
And Cincy.
And Cincy.
Since he's in 6th, and Michigan is sandwiched in between. How does that happen?
Michigan's 7th?
Yes.
Oh,
How is
above
this making any
Oklahoma's
sense?
8th?
Michigan is
I don't
7th.
even like Oklahoma.
Oklahoma
That
is
don't make
8.
terrible.
That don't make no sense. That don't
That's
make
awful.
no damn
That's
sense.
damn-
Hey,
that's-
Notre Dame's 10th?
This is
They need to at least
what
been
is happening?
third.
What is
We
happening?
should have been third.
Bananas.
What are someone voted on this? How?
They sat in a room.
And taught and decided this.
Yeah.
This sounds so seating meetings. I don't know. I mean, you guys have never maybe been a wrestling coach, but
this
seating
is-
meetings
this is
in
ridiculous.
yeah, seating meetings in a wrestling
This is drinking
tournament
out of the
are
bottle.
some of the. I love it. Some of the funnest things you'll ever be a part of because it's like, oh well, this guy in AAU state when he was 6th grade beat this person. That's what this feels like.
Do you think
This feels like a piss poor seating meeting.
The seeding should be about what they've done, not what they have got forward, right?
Correct. And I don't.
Oregon.
Don't make
Number
no
4.
damn sense.
And how is
Hey, can you give me some more
Michigan
rum, by the way?
in between?
I just don't. I don't get.
Guys,
The new rankings make no
we've
sense.
got let's sorry.
No,
we've
we-
got to go back to NFL
No,
here.
not yet.
No,
because I want to.
We got to finish NFL.
but I need a drink.
Oh, this is taking.
I don't get.
Stop it.
James, we've talked about this.
I just.
We need
this is
more content.
stupid.
Can you give me just pour some more of that rum, please?
Oh, it's
The one
right
that tastes
there.
like bananas Foster.
Bananas.
It's so good. It's so good. We'll pull it up on a different episode, but for now, it's the Basil Hayden's toast.
Yes.
However, I don't know why that rum's so good. I'm gonna go buy another bottle this weekend.
Where'd you get that?
Sam's.
Oh wow. I'm gonna go buy 2 bottles.
I mean, I might buy the case. It's fine. It's whatever.
Call
Might be
me-
my new fall drink.
Call me Rumpelstiltskin. After I drink all that rum.
I wonder if you mix that with the Crown Apple.
I don't even think you need to mix it. I don't want to.
No, but I just want to try it. Screw it out. Do we have Crown Apple in there? Oh yeah. Let's do that. Let's go happy. Half and half. 50-50.
You're gonna mix the rum and the whiskey.
I'm mixed anyway, so yeah. Do you get it?
Yeah,
You got that one?
Thanks. It went under my head.
Yeah. It did.
Yeah.
It went under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix.
I feel like
whiskey
my
and
wife would say that a lot when I try to pull like a dad joke out.
Thank
It's
you.
like, yeah, that went under.
rum. That went under. Like you missed.
Go talk to one of your kids. Maybe
I got
they'll
it.
laugh.
It was so bad.
There he is.
Let's give it a little.
That shit is bananas.
Tastes like a caramel apple.
That's fair.
The banana's gone.
It-
Tastes like a caramel.
So the apple outdid the banana.
So we got caramel apple.
That's hard to do because usually banana
Yes.
and
Oh,
anything
God.
is
like banana taffy.
yeah.
Good law. Good law. All right, we back?
We are
You
back.
off the phone with Mama?
Yeah.
Okay, we back. Let's go NFL. NFL with our picks.
Oregon? Are you freaking kidding me? Oregon.
Hey, I picked him in my Final Four, so I love
Dude,
it.
get out of here.
Love that.
So far out of here.
I love it. So money line lock. Minus 200 or better.
I got Patriots minus 120,
That-
194.
Oh, so you're just pushing the envelope with the minus 200.
Who are they playing?
Smart.
You got to remember who they're playing. I didn't write this down.
They're playing the Panthers.
Oh, they're winning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty darn good money line.
You guys, the only reason that the Panthers are favored is because they just won, but it's not.
Panthers aren't
They're
favored.
not. They're,
The Panthers aren't favored.
oh, I mean, the only reason it's spread wise, it's actually relatively close. It shouldn't be.
My money line lock, and you can use that button. This is going to make me physically ill because I don't like these guys. It's Packers over the Chiefs.
Because it's going to make me physically ill.
Green Bay Packers, when I last looked, was minus 102. That's my money line lock.
I completely agree.
The Chiefs stink, and the Packers
I
are
like
pretty
it.
darn good.
I like it. Well, I just like
Yeah.
it.
It's just
Cole, what do you got?
I am going to go with I had that one noted down, but I've got another one. And so I think the 49ers are going to beat Arizona in Arizona because I do not think Arizona is healthy.
Okay.
And that I don't know what the plus is on that. I know the line's 2.5
To know what it was.
because they're plus 2.5, so it's a money line dog. So they're definitely less than 200, Mr. Negative 194.
Pushing the envelope, homie.
Mm-hmm. I got your envelopes here.
Is it Niners?
Niners, yep.
They're minus 108.
Minus 108.
Coin flip.
It's because they know what I already knew.
Who you got?
The Raiders over the Giants because
I mean, well, we goon locked on that as well, so
yeah,
he's just following suit.
Wait,
Whoa.
what is that
I
number?
picked this before we even did that.
What's that number?
What? Minus 156.
Really?
Yeah, the spread's only 3 points.
And the money's on the Giants actually.
Right.
Vegas is drunk this week.
Precisely why.
You
My
know what
spread
happened
lock-
to Vegas? Rugs.
My spread lock is New York Jets plus 10.5.
The Jets 10.5
They're playing the
against
Bills.
the Colts.
Colts.
Colts at home. Money's
Bills
on them.
Jags.
10.5.
Bills Jags this week.
Who you got, Ryan?
My spread lock this week is the Chargers minus 2.5.
My spread lock is New England minus 3.5.
Just that wonky number.
First of all, the Chargers is 1.5.
Well, when I looked,
Just to
it was
let
at
you know.
2.5, so
And
it went down.
It's
and
also I'm also has the Chargers 1.5. That's why I have it this way.
Oh, perfect. Well, it was 2.5 when I looked, so now that it's down to 1.5, even better for me. I still like them at 2.5.
Who are the Chargers playing?
Eagles
Stoy, who do you want?
at Eagles.
At Eagles.
Chargers 1.5.
My over under lock is Falcons Saints under 42.5.
That's dangerous.
The friendly Saints.
Wait, whoa.
I was waiting for someone to notice that, and Ryan just did.
Lock of the Saints to score more than 42.5.
I'm just going to highlight one cell up here, and I want you to highlight this cell down here.
Yes. Killing it.
That's what I
Killing
want.
it.
That's
Hey,
what I want.
It's what I want. It's what I want to do.
Hedging bets,
This-
baby.
It's what I want. It's what I want to do.
That's what I want to do.
So,
what-
what did you take then?
He took Falcon Saints
I want
under.
Falcons Saints under 42.5.
That's
Right.
what he's putting money on, but he's also putting money on.
No,
No,
I'm not
but
putting money
it
on
doesn't
those
say
picks up
that.
there.
Oh, you're putting money on these though.
Put under,
Mhm.
or put a U or an O on there so we see 42.5.
You don't need the.
Yeah, you don't even need the points. Well, I guess
well,
we do because
yeah, you got to have everything there.
I know.
All right, perfect.
Next, Cole.
Oh, I got you. No, I got it.
No, Stoy's ready.
I got this one. I got the boys Broncos. 49.5.
Under or over?
Well,
Under.
he's going to stick with his pick.
Under. Yeah, I'm not doing that thing. And the money's already on it. I already put the money on it.
Ryan.
I'm gonna
Wait,
do one of my
Hold
divisional unders.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I didn't look right. Okay, go.
I'm gonna do one of my divisional unders this week. It's gonna be my first week. Starting with that, I'm gonna go Cards 49ers under. Their point total moved. Last I knew, I think it was at 49.5.
Who is it?
Cardinals 49ers.
It's at 45 and a
5.5.
half.
So it was at 46.5. I apologize. It wasn't 49.5.
Oh, that's a big
But still taking that under on
Huge
that
jump.
one, especially just like you said, there's some health problems now that just aid to that.
Mhm.
So
Cole, you got?
Oh, I am going to go to the Houston Miami Poop Bowl.
oh, it's the toilet bowl. It's just
Sure,
stinks.
under on that one.
That's
Take it, take the over.
That's
Take
at
it, take it.
46.5 right
it
now.
should be at 14.
And I will take the under.
Good call. So the money's on under too.
NFL unders, baby. We love the locks on those.
We like the unders.
I mean,
mainly
money
because-
line.
Mainly
Dog.
because it don't make no damn sense.
I'm taking the Bears plus 235.
Over the
Steelers.
I'm gonna be a homer. Actually, I'm gonna take the Falcons on this one. It was between the Falcons and the Bears, but the familiarity of the Falcons Saints rivalry, right?
Yes, sir.
And then I think it's a letdown game for the Saints, so I'm going Falcons.
What is it?
Plus
215 last I checked.
215 still.
Yeah, I'm with you, JMJ. I took him above. I'm taking him here. Bears plus 235 over the Steelers.
this will also go against a pick up top there, but that's fine because the Titans will have a Titanic upset of the Rams in L.A.
What's that?
What wordplay?
What's that?
Titans over Rams.
Plus what?
plus 246.
Nope. Sure is not.
He about got you
Fool
again.
me once.
Fool me
Plus
once.
290.
That's a big one.
C290.
Yep.
Okay.
FanDuel. Hashtag at Courtney.
I like those.
Courtney
I like those
FanDuel?
locks there. I
Courtney
like those
FanDuel?
locks there, and
Courtney.
that makes a fun segment, especially
guys-
the moneyline dogs.
The
Those
Moneyline
ones.
Dogs was hard in the NFL.
Yeah.
There was really three, and we
I-
picked all three.
I thought moneyline dogs in the NFL was easier. I had more
Well, you had more
potential.
choices.
Like
I'd
that's
rather
why I
have
thought
more
college
choices,
football.
though. I'd rather have
Yeah.
more choices than we had three teams.
Right.
But I saw that game and I was like, yep, I know that game.
But somebody else will win. It's the NFL.
Correct.
I mean, look at last week. Ugh.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Last week mean no damn
The Cowboys.
sense.
We're due for a normal week in the NFL, are we?
No,
No.
because we haven't had one.
There's no such thing.
I don't know.
What's normal? Oregon.
Once we get
Oregon?
The most normal, the most normal week,
Oregon!
the most normal week in the NFL will be Week 15 this year.
How is the Pac-12 getting... James, explain it to me.
Explain it
I
to me.
can't because it doesn't make any sense.
The Pac-12 is getting respected
It's
right
hard to
now.
explain things that make no sense.
Okay, thank
It
you.
made no sense. Okay, so
Ryan, sign us out.
sign us out, and then we'll do our
We're
big
doing
parlay
our picks
after.
afterwards.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know if you guys liked the new kind of format we had with the money line locks, spread locks, over under, dog locks. Let us know in the comments. As always, like, subscribe, share. We appreciate you guys listening.
Send us your shitty shots.
Yeah, shitty shots. That's definitely something to comment regardless.
The champ.
Choop. Hey, did you show your trophy?
I'm trying to.
I mean, it's
Hold
right
that thing
there.
up. I mean, we're gonna get a bigger one.
No, I think that may. I mean,
like
I
an
think it's good.
Oscar.
It's easy
Can we
to
at least
pass
make it
around.
the size of a bottle? Can we make it a bottle?
I mean, at least you have a trophy.
That's true. That's
Do
true.
we have like a shitty shot, and then like
I just want to.
everybody likes this drink, so we get to drink this.
I just want a trophy. You gonna keep signing us off, or
Sorry, I
I'm
got distracted by the, by the
Let's
game.
go. Sign us off. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Like, subscribe, share. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Let us know in the comments.
Mama, we coming home.
Goon Squad's out?
It's time.